Have you ever looked into the eyes of a woman who's been married for 30, 40, even 50 years and noticed that something's missing? The sparkle, the softness, that light that once flickered so brightly when she looked at her husband. It's not gone because of age or wrinkles or time. It's gone because of something deeper, something more silent, more dangerous. It's gone because of years of emotional distance, of unmet needs, of quiet heartbreak that piled up so slowly no one even noticed. If you've ever wondered why so many older women grow distant, cold, or quietly resentful toward their husbands, stay with me. This might be the most important conversation your marriage ever needed, but never had. And if this resonates with you so far, please subscribe to our channel, tap the bell icon, because these conversations matter. They save relationships. They heal wounds. And we're here to guide you through it all. One emotional neglect wears her down slowly. Let's begin with one of the most invisible yet powerful forces in a long-term marriage. Emotional neglect. Now, I don't mean abuse. I don't mean anger or violence or betrayal. I mean the slow fading away of curiosity. The kind where a husband stops asking, "How was your day?" The kind where she can cry quietly at the dinner table and he won't even notice. In the early years of marriage, men often try. They listen, they engage, they notice. But as life picks up pace, children, bills, careers, they shift into what I call maintenance mode. They provide, protect, and assume that's enough. But emotional connection isn't a checkbox. It's an ongoing dance. On a time, a woman's emotional tank begins to dry up. At first, she brushes it off. "He's tired," she says. "It's just a phase." But that phase stretches into years. And by the time she realizes she's running on empty, the silence in her home is deafening. I remember Linda, 72 years old, who said, "He's a good man, never cheated, never yelled, but he hasn't asked how I'm feeling since the 90s. That's not bitterness. That's heartbreak. Wearing a polite smile." And here's the truth. This can be healed, not with flowers or expensive gifts, but with presence, with listening, with genuine questions that say, "You matter to me." 2. Unequal responsibilities build resentment over time. You know what's exhausting? Carrying the weight of a household for 40 years and being told you're just helping out. For many women, resentment doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from decades of feeling like the invisible backbone of a family that never looked back to say thank you. In most homes, especially those shaped by earlier generations, there was a silent agreement. The man brings home the paycheck and the woman does everything else. Cooking, cleaning, raising children, organizing life. And even after she picked up a job, the home duties rarely shifted. She didn't complain, because love to her meant sacrifice. But when the dust settles, when retirement begins and the house quiets down, she finally has space to reflect. And that reflection often sounds like this. "Did anyone even notice what I gave up?" Karen, 68, once told me, "I don't hate him, but I hate how invisible I felt every time there was work to be done. I carried it all, and no one asked how I was doing." Resentment doesn't need an argument to grow. It thrives in silence, in feeling unseen. But here's what heals it: recognition. Saying, "I see you. I know I couldn't have done this without you." It's never too late to say those words. And if you're finding this helpful, please like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. These messages can rebuild what's quietly falling apart. 3. Lack of emotional intimacy in later life. Now here's a hard truth. Many older women feel emotionally closer to their friends than to their husbands. Not because they don't love him, but because he stopped being emotionally present. You see, early on, life is noisy. Kids, careers, chaos, and that noise becomes a convenient distraction from the deeper emotional work. But when the house gets quiet and retirement sets in, all that's left is the space between two people. And sometimes that space feels like a canyon. A woman doesn't just want companionship. She wants eye contact. She wants to be listened to without being fixed. She wants to feel emotionally safe. But what she often gets is silence. A man watching TV for hours. A partner who answers with grunts and one-word replies. It's not that he stopped loving her. He just never learned how to express it in a way that lands. Alice, 73, told me he used to notice when I was sad. Now I could cry into my soup and he wouldn't look up. Emotional neglect in later life feels like being forgotten while still sitting in the same room. But emotional intimacy can be rebuilt. Start with this simple question. How are you really? Then just listen. 4. Feeling unappreciated after a lifetime of sacrifice. There is a special kind of pain that comes from giving everything and feeling like it never mattered. And for many older women, that pain grows as the years pass. She raised the children, she made the holidays magical, she showed up to every parent-teacher meeting, every doctor's appointment, every birthday party. She gave up her dreams for the family, and now, in the quiet of her later years, she wonders, did anyone even see me? Linda, 68, once said, I did everything. And now I sit across from him, and he doesn't even ask how my day was. I'm invisible. That word, invisible, it shatters hearts. But this doesn't mean she wants applause. She just wants acknowledgement. A moment that says, I remember. I'm grateful. I saw you. Appreciation is the currency of emotional closeness. Without it, love becomes a job. With it, love becomes sacred. You can begin again with one sentence. I've been thinking about everything you've done for us. Thank you. Those words are more powerful than any anniversary gift. 5. Growing emotional independence. Something fascinating happens to many women after 60. They become emotionally independent in ways they never were before. After years of focusing on others, they finally begin to ask, what do I want? And the answer is usually this. Connection. Deep, real, human connection. The twist? Many women over 60 aren't afraid to be alone anymore. They've tasted solitude. They've built resilience. But they don't want to feel lonely in a relationship. They don't want to sit across from someone every day and feel unseen. Teresa, married 45 years, told me he never cheated, never yelled, but I feel completely alone. This isn't about fault, it's about emotional growth. As a woman's inner world expands, she longs for her partner to grow with her, to rediscover her, to say, I still choose you. And you can. It starts with simple things. Curiosity. A shared laugh. A hand held with intention. Growth doesn't require a grand gesture, just a willing heart. 6. Generational conditioning in men. Let's be honest. Many men were never taught how to connect emotionally. They were raised to be providers, not partners. They were told, be strong, be silent, don't cry, don't feel. So even when they love deeply, they don't always know how to show it. And that lack of emotional expression creates unintentional distance. But here's the beauty of aging. It's never too late to learn. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's a connection. And when a man begins to open up, even slowly, it sends a powerful message. I'm here. I'm learning. I care. So if you're a husband watching this, take heart. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You just need to try. 7. The longing to be chosen again. More than anything, every woman, no matter her age, wants to feel chosen. Not by default, not out of routine, but because her partner still sees her as special. Over time, routines replace romance. Life gets comfortable, and comfort turns into complacency. But here's the secret. Love that lasts isn't passive. It's active, it's intentional. If your wife seems cold, distant, or irritated lately, ask yourself, when was the last time you looked at her and said, "You're still the one I choose today"? Don't wait until she walks away emotionally or physically to realize what you had. Choose her again, today, tomorrow, every day. Final thoughts, let's grow together. To all the husbands watching, I want you to know this isn't about blame. This is about understanding, about healing, about becoming better for the woman who stood beside you through everything. And to the wives, your feelings are valid. You are not invisible. You are not asking for too much. You are asking for what every human being deserves. Connection, appreciation, love. Marriage after 60 isn't about settling. It's about blossoming. It's about rediscovering each other. About holding hands not out of habit, but out of hope. And remember, it's not too late. If this message touched your heart, please do 3 things right now. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss another message that matters. Like this video to let us know you're with us. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's not just grow old together. Let's grow deeper, stronger, closer. Because love that survives decades deserves to thrive, not just survive.